So less than 2 weeks until Election Day, and the candidates for governor in Texas are working hard to sway voters. Incumbent Greg Abbott will make a get-out-the-vote stop this morning in Addison before he heads to Denison and then Tyler. Yesterday, his challenger, Beto O'Rourke, was at UT Arlington, one of 6 stops he made in Tarrant County. Now, there is a significant development in one of the state's other top races. Our senior political reporter, Jason Whiteley, has this news and what the early voting numbers are already telling us.
Hey, good morning, guys. This is an interesting development in a close race for one of the state's top positions. Democrat Mike Collier is demanding that Texas TV stations pull an attack ad against him off the air, saying those ads are deceptive. Collier, of course, is running for lieutenant governor against Dan Patrick.
Texas into Joe Biden's America.
Patrick's ad claims that Collier supports open borders, that he would dismantle immigration and customs enforcement, and that he supports the Green New Deal, among other things. But this Patrick attack ad doesn't have any sources. None of the claims are cited back to news articles or political appearances. So Collier's attorney sent a 4-page cease and desist letter to television stations, demanding that they force Patrick to cite these claims or take that ad off the air. Messages to Patrick's campaign were not immediately returned, but legal experts say if Patrick sponsored the ad, which he did, and if his image appears in it somewhere, which it does, then it is protected by the FCC and stations cannot reject that commercial. And we wanted to give you a little more context about early voting numbers that we shared with you. In short, the numbers are down considerably from 2 years ago. Let's look at Dallas County, for example, here. On the first day of early voting on Monday, 32,000 people cast ballots. But look at the number from 2 years ago. 60,000 people cast ballots on the first day of early voting in 2020. Why such a big discrepancy? Well, 2 years ago was a presidential election. That always draws out more voters. And remember the weather on Monday, it was rainy. Historically, fewer people go vote when the weather is bad. So what does all of it mean? Lower turnout is generally better for every incumbent in office. Still, voter turnout is something we will be watching over the next 2 weeks, especially with the weather getting considerably better. In Dallas, I'm Jason Whiteley.
Now, WFAA is one of the stations that did get one of those cease and desist letters yesterday requesting that we take down that ad. The FCC, though, specifically says that broadcasters have no power of censorship over ads that come from a legally qualified candidate for public office. And we did hear from Dan Patrick's campaign late last night. Perhaps unsurprisingly, they say they stand by that commercial.